Marvelous Beauties. Welcome back to my channel, the place to be for planning, budgeting, and traveling to live a marvelously beautiful life. So I'm getting ready to pack all of my things for Amsterdam. So I just wanted to give you a look at that and also share some of my packing tips with you. As you can see, I have all of the items laid out here on top of my bed, and this is the bag that I will be carrying everything in. It's a book bag, basically, backpack, knapsack, however you call it. And up here next to Jaja, you can see that I have my purse that I will be carrying. It's a crossbody, my passport. This little guy right here looks like a mirror. However, this is for you to stash cash. It's actually a wallet, but because it looks like a mirror, no one ever knows. So if you need to stash a little bit of something, which you always should when you're traveling, that's a good idea. I also have this Altoids container, which I keep a few mints in there, but I also stash a little bit of cash in there for traveling. And then also in my purse goes this little pouch, which will have like a pen, some tampons, things like that, gum, just things I need quickly. Okay, and up towards Jaja, as you can see, she's lying down on one of my YouTube sweatshirts that I'll be wearing along on my trip. And next, I only usually like to bring one pair of shoes with me, especially when I'm going on a trip like this, which is more of like a walking or an outside trip, going to museums and such. So for this trip, I'm taking along these Doc Martens so they can serve me for all of my purposes, and they're waterproof, they'll be warm, I'll be wearing socks, so it'll be okay. In terms of clothing, I don't bring a lot of clothing with me. For this trip, it's going to be 4 days, but one day is an early travel day, and then the rest of the day will be at the actual location. 2 days in the middle, which you see the outfits laid out here for, which will basically be stretch pants, an undershirt, underwear, socks, and so forth. And then on top, of course, I'll have on the YouTube sweatshirts. And I did put some extra undies and an extra pair of black stretch pants, some extra pairs of socks, just because you never know what could happen. So what I like to do is I roll all the clothes up together, and then I go ahead and put them into a packing cube and then slide that into the bag. And once I get that all inside, I will show you what that looks like. Up here, it's just an extra bag in case I bring back some more items than what I came with, so I can have that, and that could be my carry-on along with the book bag. So they never usually give me a problem about that. I always bring my own satin pillowcase with me just because I don't like to have my face on other people's pillowcases. A pair of flip-flops for the shower, and then you can see here just the toiletries that I have, very minimal. So I use Castile soap, so that can be used for both body wash and face wash, so I don't have to bring extras. Face oil, so here's the Castile soap shower gel face wash. Here's the facial oil, which is bio oil, and a little bit of anti-aging serum. Eye makeup remover. I always carry some extra chapsticks, just the regular ones. There's nothing fancy. Toothbrush, toothpaste, dental floss. This is what I'll be using for like a fragrance because it's lightweight to carry, doesn't take up much space. And in here, I have shea butter, little tiny bit of edge control, a small deodorant, and just some feminine hygiene stuff. I always carry it. Don't know if I'll need it, but it's always good just to have it because you just never can tell. So all of those items will be packed inside of this and then into the bag. I also go ahead and carry some extra small lotions, one for my purse and then one to just have on me. And this one is actually a Mira compact, and Hello Kitty, of course. So for makeup, I travel very light. I don't usually wear a lot of makeup unless I'm going on a trip when I know I'm going to be dressing up or what have you. Then I try to keep it to a primer, a CC cream, eyeshadow primer, mascara. This is an eyeshadow pen, I guess you can call it. It's from Mally, but I love it. It looks good on pretty much everyone. Oh no, there it is. Okay. So it's a little bronzy shade. Looks good. I always carry a few brushes just for blending it out with. And this is like a foundation brush, but I use that for my powder. And then I carry a bronzer with me as well. I also carry the makeup wipes because sometimes it's just good for your hands, or you could go ahead and take your makeup off or freshen yourself up, freshen your makeup up when you're in the airport, etc. So that's that. An extension cord, because sometimes you just need it. And so I always have one in case I need to plug my phone up somewhere, or I can't like sit right next to something. I can plug my phone up. Sometimes I may need to charge the camera battery, my iPad charger, and my extra battery pack. So you charge this up and then you can charge up your other devices, like you plug them in. So I'll charge this before I leave home, and then I'll put it in the bag. And I usually carry all of those things in a pouch like this. And I think that's it for the bag. So what I will do is I'll pack everything up, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what everything looks like. Okay, so here's a look at everything all packed up. Of course, the boots and the sweatshirt stays out because I will be wearing those on the trip. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I'm only bringing 2 outfits because what I'm wearing, I'm also wearing back home. That's another one of my travel hacks, that I take whatever I'm wearing, I wear there and back, and I just wash it when I'm there before I leave. So I also wanted to give you a view of my little stash of money. So there's that one. And here's this one inside the mints tin. So I actually leave some mints in there. So if you shake it, it just seems like there's mints. Just can never be too careful. And of course, there's that cute little girl. Look at her. I also wanted to say, I carry a regular pen and also a paper mate, because sometimes you know how the ink gets a little bit funky on you when you're traveling. So that's everything packed up. So the clothes, everything are in the cubes, makeup, toiletries, electronics, and I will put everything in the bag and then come back and show you that as well. Here's everything inside the bag. It fits nicely. I don't know how well, if you can see it. And there's my purse. And there's my baby. She's sleepy. She's ready to go to sleep. And I also carry this teddy bear with me because this is like my neck pillow. And her name is Ava, because she's a very awesome bear. My honey gave me that 2 years ago. So, okay. If you have any useful travel tips, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know. Let me know how you pack for short or long trips. I'd be interested to see how other people do it. And remember, you are important.